Greetings, everybody. It's me, Patricia Cori, coming to you live from the Azores. And today I'm going to, I was going to do a moment of Zen about Feng Shui. And, well, wait a minute. Am I even on live? I don't see any people. Is anybody out there? Let me check and make sure I've got there we go. Hello. Oh, it's in Russian, so I can't even pronounce your name. Thanks for tuning in. Alrighty, the reason why I'm coming to you today is because I promised I was going to do a video on Feng Shui, decluttering your life. And kind of the day has gotten away from me, so I'm not prepared to do the full video. And I want to give it a lot of care because I have a lot to say about that. So I just came on to tell you that I'm going to postpone doing the full-blown moment of Zen about Feng Shui tomorrow. But in the meantime, hi Wesley, thank you for coming in. I just wanted to, give you a preview. Yes, you're right, Dawn Short is good too. A preview about what I'm going to be talking about, and that is this. I'm seeing wonderful information and things coming out from experts like this great, what's her name, Maria Kansa, who put out a book called Tidying Up Your Life or something like that, bestseller on the New York Times best list. And now she's got a TV show, and it inspires me because she's teaching people the how to do the cleanup of your life thing. But I'm interested in the deep reasons and the deeper effects of what clutter means. Why do we clutter? Why do we live in these stuffed spaces? And it's like there's two, sorry, itching the nose. There are two, it seems to be two polar extremes of late. One is the minimalist approach, which is, thanks, Dawn. The minimalist approach, which is like ridiculous. Well, it's not ridiculous. I'm sorry. I don't mean to criticize or judge. For me, it's ridiculous because it's just too hard to live, with one pair of underwear and one dish, etc. Extreme minimalism. But I, as a healer of 40 years now, I've done a lot of work with people and children, I find, who live in cluttered spaces tend to be quite nervous. And when I would have the opportunity to talk to these kids when the parent or the mother particularly was out of the room, I would manage to get them talking about their living environment, and they would say, I want my house to be neater. And I thought how important this is that we understand not what neatness is, and I think nobody needs to explain that, but the importance of space, clear space, and how it affects all aspects of our being. That is, every chakra, really, and the emotional, physical, mental bodies. So I have been walking my talk, and I started first doing a lot of Feng Shui when I left Italy. Oh, man. When you reach into a closet and keep pulling and pulling and pulling, and it never ends, it feels like it's alive, you've got an issue. And here, what is the issue? First of all, it's either the closets are too small or we've got too much crap. Because if you're not really using the things that you have, if they're not part of your life, if they're stuck away in a closet, or worse, if you're renting storage space because you've got so much additional crap, sorry, but the word is crap really, I think is appropriate, then closet, yeah, Dawn is interacting with me, and I love what she's saying. She says, love it, closet's too small or too much crap. Oh, that's what I said. It's so true, though, and when I first left Italy, I did a huge Feng Shui, gigantic. I had a wall of books. I think I had 1,500 books, and each of them I still feel, contributed to my life, my consciousness in some way, and I couldn't bear the idea of letting go of them, but I did. The logic behind it was where I'm going to be living tends to be very humid. What do I want? 1,500 moldy books. So I took out those that I just couldn't part with. and my own books, and I gave away just carfuls of books to people who wanted them. And then came the closets. God. And you look at your life and think to yourself, when is the moment when out of storage comes all this crap that I am not using, but I might someday, or that I'm not making part of my life right now, but still holds a memory? And I'd like to really elaborate on that, because as a person who has just completely feng shuied once again, I've done, because sorry for interrupting myself, in the 2 years that I've been here, I managed to accumulate more stuff, and I have now completely feng shuied the house again, and the energy flow is remarkable. The car is feng shui, the cabinets are feng shui, the closets, the feeling is remarkable. It's about acquiring much more space in your mind, much more freedom emotionally, liberation from what these things represent. So again, I'm not going to go into the how-tos of feng shui. A, you don't have to be a genius to do it, and B, there's so much information out there, but much more about the deeper reasons that we do hold on to these things, and how, as evolving souls and ascending souls, we are, more and more of us are letting go of all this accumulated crap. Now, don't be offended when I say crap, because I'm talking about my own stuff too. And you go into these piles of stuff and say, well, I can't let go of that. That was very expensive. Oh my God, that's cashmere. I'm never gonna, I'm keeping this. Haven't worn it for 15 years. Oh, there's a moth hole in it from not wearing it for 15 years, but it's still cashmere. I can't. And old clothes, I'm sure some of you can really relate to me saying, yeah, it's about when you look at a pair of jeans that is about 6 sizes smaller than you're wearing now, and saying to yourself, I'm going to get back into those. the reality moment of, wait a minute, I've had these jeans now for 25 years. I was 20 something. Well, no, it wasn't 20 something 25 years ago, but you get the drift. The body is not the body that I had in my 20s. And it's time to let go of these. I see things in my closet that are seriously could fit on one leg instead of two. But we hang on to memories, we hang on to possessions, we hang on to the accumulation of these things. And I think that it's really important to ask ourselves, what does it represent? What does it really represent? And is it time to start letting go? So for those of you who are already well in the process, congratulations. And for those of you who are not, I really want to help you think about what's happening to your energy system, hanging on or living in a lot of crap. So I've been to people's homes where every inch of the house, the floors are full of garbage, the counters are just overflowing with crap, and there's no space. And when I'm in these places, I feel tense. And I know that children growing up in that space also feel tense and don't learn what it means to hi, Philip, good to see you too, to take command of their own living space and create freedom from these possessions, freedom from the accumulation of stuff. Of course, we know what the obvious is. If I need to keep accumulating stuff, is there something missing in my life? And I know from my family experience, my mother was not quite a hoarder, but man, she could accumulate stuff. And I wondered, was there something that, was it the empty nest syndrome, because she loved us so much. And when we all grew up is when she started really accumulating a lot of stuff. But here we are today, and I, especially having just gone through the most immense feng shui, there's not an inch of my house now that contains clutter. And I thought, wow, how exciting. First of all, the relief, the breathing. I feel like I'm breathing better. And the house wasn't even that cluttered compared to Rome. As I said, I did a huge feng shui when I left Rome. But it's even more now. It's just so wonderful to know that whatever's in the closet has a use, and that it's stored in a way that I can access that. Because so many times I think, uh-oh, I'm really getting senile because I can't find anything. And I start fretting like, oh, no, I know I've got that document somewhere, but where? Well, I don't have to worry about that anymore because I've gone through the process. Even my desk drawers, look at this. Boxes for stuff that I use when I work. Instead of just drawers full, what I call the friendly junk drawer, where I know eventually I'm going to reach the tool I need. So I'm happy about that. And I want to share the energy in what it means to let go of your crapamundo and get organized. This feeling of liberation, it's on so many levels. And one, of course, is the survival shock, where it's like, you know, we accumulate stuff because we feel like there must be something happening in the survival shock, or the root that wants us, or that causes us to need to create all these, to accumulate all these things. And when you start releasing them, you realize how much healthier you are because of it. So these are the kind of things I'm going to talk about tomorrow. And I'm going to start with feng shuiing your stuff, meaning clothes, your closets, your storage sheds. You know, guys, in today's, well, I was talking to somebody the other day who's looking for real estate. She wants to rent a house, and she's concerned about the cost of renting. She's got her stuff in storage for $100 a month. And I said, well, take that 100 off the price of the rent. And she said, what? And I said, well, if you've got storage, you're paying $100 a month. Are you serious? To store your stuff? What's in these boxes? Old pictures, tools. Yvonne, you know, I'm talking about you. Old pictures, tools. Actually, I don't even know what kind of stuff there is. Well, get it out of storage. Know that when you rent your house, you can knock $100 a month off the rent in your mind because you've released yourself from the storage. And the next question is getting rid of the stuff. If you do not have enough space in your house, enough closet space for your stuff, either you've got to get less stuff. I mean, this is a no-brainer. Or find storage solutions that help you put away this stuff. But I tell you what, when you really critically look at your stuff, I'm going to stop calling it crap because it's not very polite. When you really start looking at it, it's just like we accumulate. We humans, we're just pack rats. We accumulate, and it's wonderful stuff, but it's still too much stuff. So tomorrow when I get into this, I'm going to be talking about the relationship between the closet space and the possession of stuff. And I'd like to just get you excited about it enough to start you looking at just look at your closet. You know, like, for example, I used to be a shoe horse, but not fanatic like some of the people that you hear about. I think I had about 25 pairs of shoes, dressy shoes. We won't count the tennis shoes. And they had, most of them were so out of style, brand new. Why were they brand new? Because they had pointed toes. They were Italian, fancy Italian shoes with very pointed toes, because that was the period when I was bucks up and buying this stuff. And they look so ridiculous, and they're painful. The reason why they're still brand new is because they were too painful to wear. But I kept holding on to them because they were expensive and beautiful. And I said to myself, I can't let go of these. They might come back into style. So, P.S. They went to the let's call it the Goodwill here, and if there is such thing as a person who wears my size shoes, I got big feet, and want to wear highly pointed but gorgeous Italian shoes, then God bless them. And just letting go of all these shoes, which by the way gather mold, because in a humid environment, I live in an island, as you know, and there's a lot of humidity, and leather, anything that's organic starts to accumulate mold. So off they went. Ah, that was liberation. And when you do it, when you really let it go, it's like, oh, but I sure want to do this. I mean, eventually this is, and you turn off that chattering box. Whether or not it comes back into style is irrelevant. It's not in style in your life right now, and now is what you got. And I assure you that when you sit in your house with all the clutter gone, where a coffee table, instead of being an accumulation of magazines and books and coffee mugs and cute shit and crystals and candles or whatever, and you've just got one or two beautiful things on it or nothing, and you start to feel how that feels, the knowing that you've got open space in your life. We're going to go deeper and talk about feng shuiing people out of your life too, which I've been talking about for a while now, actually. Feng shuiing the Facebook list is a no-brainer. But feng shuiing out people who do not give anything back to you, relationships that are just sucking out your juice. And how many of us have a few of those people? And it's amazing when you cut the cord and when you plug it up and you let this person go in love, but it's just enough is enough. I'm not getting anything back here. And I send you off. How powerful that is, how much you feel the shift in the energy. So those are some of the things I'd like to address, and I'm going to be talking about them tomorrow. And I promise you I will do a longer message tomorrow. But in the meantime, I wanted to leave you with this idea, and that is, take a look at your closet, take a look at your tables, take a look at your desk drawers, your chest of drawers, whatever, and ask yourself, number one, can you find what you want? And number two, are you using these things? And if not, are you ready to let them go? Create some space. Because if you're waiting to materialize and manifest new things in your life, including relationships or, I don't know, even material things, you need space, as you well know, that there has to be space in the energy to allow the new to come in. So that's what we're going to be talking about. And I hope you'll tune in. I'll be doing that tomorrow when I'm a little bit more prepared, because it's been a busy day. And in the meantime, I'd love you to take a look at your closets. Oh, and by all means, do you have collections of cute stuff? As I used to tell my mom, who was overwhelmed with her problem of stuff, I used to say, Mom, if it's cute, don't buy it. Stop with the cute. And, I don't want to be sexist, but let's face it, we women tend to men collect other different kinds of stuff, but we sure do love to collect cute stuff. And there's plenty of it out there. It's designed to keep us buying. But ask yourself if you're, like, I'm even getting rid of my crystals. My crystals. I just too many crystals, too many everything. And so I'm letting these things go and feeling so good about it. So take a look, and then tomorrow when I come back to you, you will have had a chance to have one foot in on the conversation, if that's a metaphor that works at all, about what I'm going to address. So I'm going to be talking about, first of all, how to feng shui your house. Not how to so much, as I said, that's plenty of information there, but more deep. I want to go deeper. What it means to clear your space, what it means to your mind, I can't even cook unless the kitchen is clean first. It's amazing. Starting with clean, clear space frees you up to be much more creative, much more energetic, and dynamic. So ask yourself, if you can't find a pen because your desk is overloaded with clutter, or we won't even talk about your closet, your wardrobe. And a lot of us just don't have enough closet space. Homes don't really offer enough closet space. Maybe the builders think we shouldn't have as much stuff. So, okay, so please come along with me on this journey, because I know how wonderful it's been for my life to do this, and I want to share it with you and help you get that sense of freedom, of clarity, of liberation, and that comes also on the subject of feng shuiing people out of your life. Definitely, from what I hear from people that I work with and across the Facebook and other social media, people are burdened with relationships that are not serving their highest good. And you can say goodbye. You can do this. You really can. All right, guys. So tune in tomorrow. I'm not sure when I will have this up, but I promise I will embark on the Feng Shui conversation. It might even be a 2-part program, because I want to go in deep here and see what I can do to help and to encourage you and to excite you to the idea of letting go of stuff, decluttering your life, and living free from all and I call it noise, because when you look across a room and there's chaos everywhere, stuff, it actually creates noise in your mind. And when it's not, when it's clear and there's a beautiful thing, instead of a collection of 100 cute things, there's one piece, one beautiful thing. It's so much more significant in my experience. And that's the only thing I can speak about, because that's life. All right. Thank you for tuning in. And by the way, I wanted to thank everybody, for those of you who have subscribed to my YouTube channel. Really appreciate that. I'm going to build that channel, because I have a feeling someday I won't be able to be on Facebook anymore. And that might be a good thing. But for now, I'm here, and I'm also building the YouTube presence. So if you haven't, please go to my YouTube channel and click the subscriber button, so you get to see my shiny face whenever I create a new message or moment of Zen or interviews for Beyond the Matrix. I need more subscribers, actually, to help bring on guests who are evaluating if they want to do the show. They usually want to know, how many subscribers you have. The more subscribers, the better the guests. So please do that. And I will see you tomorrow. Take care, and greetings and farewell from the wonders of the Azores, where you see lots of light, but it's actually kind of funky, raining out there. And as you see, I'm coming to you from the aquarium. Bye, guys. Have a wonderful day. Lots of love. Take care.